right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Katie and I are so excited that you all are back with us and that we're back with you guys this evening. It has been about 4 weeks since we've been live, so we do apologize for the bit of a hiatus. Katie and I have been to Wyoming, we've been to Utah, we've been to Denver, Colorado, been to Montana,
Yep.
South Carolina,
Yep. And Tennessee.
And I think we fished in every single state we were in. So it has been been kind of busy for us. We've been out and about and everywhere. And Katie, will you check the comments over here if they are coming up? That would be wonderful. And I'm sure a bunch of y'all are saying hello. So hello to you all. We're glad that you all hopped on with us because we definitely miss seeing you. So over our travels, we've definitely learned quite a few things. We've picked up some things here and there to share with you. At IFTD in Salt Lake City, we tied with Jeff and Shane over the Semperfli booth, and we picked up some of their new Eggstatic material, which is their brand new egg material, and it won the best new fly tying material award at the show. So that was really cool. So we're going to go over that material and we're going to tie some eggs. Now, one of the neat things about this is it just makes tying eggs super easy. Like you can complicate it like we always do, but it's really simple. It has the flash already built in, so it's got a little UV, some flashy properties, so you don't have to add anything unless you want to. You can do multicolors. You can do a little bit of everything. So hopefully you guys can hear and see okay. Katie, you can see the chat. What's going on over there?
Well, it should be coming up on yours soon, but everybody's just saying, hey, we've got Ken B, we have Randy, we have Barry, we've got Jimmy Roop and Bill Adams, we've got Rowley on here, and Yates, and James Wilson. Looks like we've got Blazing the Outdoors.
Oh, Blazing the Outdoors. There we go. Now I can finally see. And what's up, Fudd?
And John was just talking about the really, really cool new Eggstatic product from Semperfli, and I want to be sure that you guys check that out. So at the top of the comments, I pinned a link to a blog that Semperfli put up that talks all about Eggstatic and explains like the uses for it and just how the material was made and all that kind of stuff. So for sure, check that out. It's pretty cool. And here's just a little blip from Semperfli's website with some of the colors there on the left of the Eggstatic. And 3, we did not tie those, but those are some good examples of some flies that you guys are going to see tonight. In a few minutes, I'll show you some pictures of ones that we tied this week, and you'll see the ones we're going to tie up tonight. So
let's switch over to the ice, and we'll show some of the ones that we posted, and we're going to tie. So this is one of the ones we posted, and these are dry. The pictures that Katie took are wet. So here's one that's dry. Here's a bicolored one that is dry as well. If I can find the hook. There we go. Oh, get it going somewhat the right way. What's up, Mr. Collins? So you can see that the flash that's in there. Really, really cool. And here's was kind of me playing around with this material to see what else we could do with it. And check this little guy out right here. I thought that was kind of neat. The colors on it look nice. But here's what we're going to end with. And if you are sitting down, hopefully you are, you'll be able to see this bad boy. So this is kind of like a Hellgrammite pattern here. As you can see, we've got I'm holding the hook here. It's got a nice little, real wavy type body. So same material. We did add one little thing, but pretty cool little juicy flies.
Grubby juicy.
says.
Very
So,
juicy for sure.
So the other thing, I'm gonna keep asking this. Yeah, Steve, I think that'll definitely work for bass as well as trout, but we get a lot of Hellgrammites here, and those definitely work well. Please stack the kings a couple weeks ago with egg patterns. So these are the pictures that Katie posted today that are sopping wet. So you can see how translucent that looks. It just looks like a really cool material.
We have a special guest here tonight. Our oldest, Tegan, is with us. Say hi, Tay.
Hi, I don't know where to look, which camera to look at.
You look in this one.
That one? Oh,
Yeah.
You got a lot of cameras in here.
Yeah, we have a view.
Well, hi, live. I'm going to go to bed, so.
Okay. She's visiting from college
Yeah.
tonight, so she wanted to say hey. We always try to let the kids say hi when they're here, and
I see Bill Cresco sometimes, and then.
that's right. He's
And
on here quite
Bill
a bit.
Adams said hi. Steve, you're absolutely correct. And Mark with Chasing Feathers, that is awesome to hear. And Jeff, that is a very good descriptor, slushy. So one of the things we walked away with from the show was the display box. This is actually the one that I think this is the one that's on my tying desk or our tying desk, or the one that was in the judging. But unfortunately, when we packed it up to bring it home, we unpacked everything. So I'm not sure if we got everything in here.
We had to unpack to pack.
Yeah, we had to unpack to pack. But this is everything that's in the display pack is in these packs right here. So the only difference is some are 8 millimeters. That's just the diameter of the chenille, the Eggstatic material, and one's 15 millimeters. But we've got 4 of these packs that we're going to give away.
We do.
So with that,
So how are we going to give them away?
So is there anyone here who's been tying for less than a year? And I'm going to keep asking that. And if we get a handful of people, then we'll just pick someone to get one of them. So I will keep asking that. Is there any newer fly tires? And hopefully we'll find someone, and hopefully we'll be able to send them a pack. But after we do that,
John Collins says that he's
John
less
Collins,
than a year.
He's a newbie.
He's a newbie.
That's right. I have been for about a year. Mike's been for
Mike.
about a year. Okay, that's good.
That's good.
So has anyone else been tying for roughly a year or less?
One or less.
John Moriston, just under a year as well. Okay, so we've got 2. We've got some phenomenal tires on here. Can be a bit more than a year. Okay, so that's 3. Anyone else? Anyone else? Well, how about this? Why don't you show the pictures from like a month ago from the mini dungeons,
Yes.
and then I'll make a quick little thing. Speak up, guys. It's
Let
free
me
stuff.
show you guys when I
Bill
finally got
Adams is
around.
Write Bill Adams down.
Bill Adams. When I finally got around to getting back to the emails and stuff, I found 2 pictures hanging out there that I did want to share tonight. Of mini dungeons.
On you while you're talking, not me. The people won't look at me.
Right. Well, it's hard to talk and find the media
And
and switch cameras and do
Okay.
what you tell me to do, write
Okay.
people's names down and things like
Sorry.
that. So, but I'm happy to trade
Get in
places with you
trouble.
if you would like to do that. That'd be great. Here is Mike Phillips.
Mike Phillips,
mini
okay.
dungeon I found in the old archives of while we were gone. And then we have some other flies that Ken Brooks sent. Let's see where here they are.
So Ken did not have any of the materials, but he gave it his $5 effort and came up with a different fly that will work in Australia.
And I'll tell you what, that's pretty good. It's kind of like, I don't have that, but like, here you go.
And guys,
Here's that.
And that's really what we want to promote is you guys just, if you don't have the right materials, that's fine. Put something on the vise. Make it, if you can't make a temp at the pattern, but if you can't, like Ken in Australia, he couldn't come up with any of the stuff. So he came up with these and he shared them. So now we get to share them with you all. And that makes it really awesome.
And I just got to say too, that those eyes are super cool looking.
They are pretty cool.
They almost look like, I don't know, like cat eyes or something. Love it.
So let's do this, Katie. Since we said we needed to figure out a good way to give the mini dungeon from Smitty's Flybox away, since Ken B, even though he's way over in Australia, since he sends us something every single week, and since he attempted this one but didn't have any of the right materials, let's just send this one to Australia. That work for you?
Sure. I would love to send something to Queensland.
To Queensland?
I
All right,
would.
cool. So Ken, I think you've sent us your address before, but send us your address. We'll send you the Smitty's Flybox from like a month ago, and that should get you started on mini dungeons for next
Please
time.
tell Sam Worthington that Katie said hello.
Sam Worthington?
What's his last name?
Worthington? Oh, he's got the long hair now. That one movie that was not very good.
It was pretty good, but not the greatest.
Maybe it was just still of Sam.
Yes,
That'd
that
be
will be
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Venomous snake
Patrick.
eyes. Yes, that's exactly what they look like.
Okay, so we've got 4 people that are new, I believe. So do you want to do the pick a number? How do you want to do it, honey? Let's tie a fly first. Let's show how easy it is. And like I said, if you're new, stay on because we're going to give this away. But we're also, if you all will email us at demuthflyfishing@gmail.com, just demuthflyfishing@gmail.com. Send us your pictures. Katie can share them. Or if you'll tag us in the photo on Instagram, Katie will be able to grab those off Instagram and share them on Wednesday nights. And that's super cool. So let's see. I'm going to use a different color thread on this one. You're welcome, Ken. Thank you for always sending us the information. We're sorry we won't get back to you quicker, but thank you. So I'm going to go with just a regular orange. I think this is, hot orange. And I got a new pair of glasses from Kelly Gallup's place.
And if you guys missed it too, I pinned at the top of the chat a link to Semperfli's website where the blog talks all about the Eggstatic material. So check that out.
So get active. Everyone's watching here. Tell your friends. Try to get more people. We also have some cool stuff from Umpqua Feather Merchants to give away soon. Okay. So the reason I don't have this variation in the vise already tied is because I was trying this right here. See all the bubbles and stuff? This is just in like a mason jar. This is what we're going to tie right now. Possibly a little different color, but it's more of a sucker spawn, crystal meth. Seen called a few different things, but here in East Tennessee, just like most, thank you, Mike. So we're just starting out. Well, Mike, this whole show is going to be perfect. And I hate to call this a beginner fly. It's easy to tie, but a lot of times when I'm starting out, I'm like, I don't really want to tie something that's a beginner fly. That doesn't sound like, but this thing just works. But in East Tennessee, we tie smaller stuff than normal. Maybe I get in the habit of just tying it smaller, but I figure because of the quality of the camera now, there's no reason for me to tie a size 10 because you all can see that just fine. This is a size 14, and this is the Arex Freshwater 541. And Jeff Rowley, are you on here still? I'm going to start it with some hot orange 12-aught classic wax thread. Leave a slight space behind the eye. So Jeff, the hook that I was looking for at the show is the mini jig. So it just goes down to size 14. But this is the Arex Freshwater 551 mini jig. As you can see, the shank on it is a bit shorter than the Euro Chet stamp. But we'll be using that one in a second. So we got the thread started on the hook. And I'm going to use the 8mm Eggstatic. Now, if you don't know what color you want, you just want to try it out. These little cards are nice to get. But if you get these like big packs here, that'll last a really long time. It is 3 meters for a pack, but I'll just start with this one. The only problem with the cards is I always like to I don't like to cut them off the card, so it can be kind of a pain. So now I'm just taking the end here. So I'm taking the end, I'm just pulling this off until I can expose the core. And that'll give me something good to tie onto. And now I'll just unwrap that. And now I'm going to see the two little strings there. That's all I'm going to try to hook onto the vise. Hook onto the vise, hook onto the hook. There we go. Just getting the lash down. Bring it all the way back. Now, if you notice, unlike a lot of people, I don't go back super far. It might be a little farther than I wanted to go back because this material is going to go back, and I want it to be more round and not like a huge thing. Yes, you can use ADOT, absolutely.
And which color of the Eggstatic did you say?
This is, let's see, hot candy pink, fresh powder pink, hot red. This is fluorescent steelhead orange.
Awesome.
That's what this is. And the reason I chose this one is just because I did. Just looked down at it and gave it a shot. So when you're wrapping these, just get your first wrap in, and you want to use 2 fingers, pull it back, and just do one wrap in front of the other. And just pull that back, do it again. Pull that back, do it again. See, that's what I'm saying. This is just easy peasy. Make sure you're just kind of stroking it back. In order for this, stroking it back. Hey Gary, if you weren't on a second ago, you're gonna. I won't say you're gonna die, but that purple one that we posted today, actually Semperfli posted it as well. That was me last night, just kind of playing around, like, what can I do with this? But when I gave me some ideas. So when I came home, I've got an awesome Hellgrammite pattern that's super easy. We're going to tie at the end here. So I'll do is put 2 or 3 wraps to lock the material down. I'm going to do my same fingers, pull them back. I want to try to get all that flashy goodness away from the hook eye. So we got 2 or 3 wraps in now. And guys, that's pretty much it. Now I like to, when I cut that off, just kind of pull this out a little bit.
And it even looks better when it's wet.
Yeah, as Katie was showing you on the thing. Now I did a contrasting color thread, so I kind of like to build a little bit of a head. Because, you know, eggs have got heads, right?
Sure, they have like heads.
Yeah. Let's see, where's mine?
They have like a yolk, like a little yolky color.
Uh-huh. So I'm not going to put head spin on this right now because I want to brush it out real good.
Joshua Shriver, first time watching on YouTube.
Really? Well, Joshua, thank you for coming on. We've got something maybe for you here in just a little bit. Katie is writing everyone's names down. And I'm going to get my fancy Charlie Craven
Katie who?
brash brush here just to brush that. Doesn't need much. See how that looks like a perfect little egg there? Nothing to it at all. And when it gets wet, it looks awesome. This is a different color, and it's possible for me to get it in there.
Look at that guy floating around.
See the little air bubbles trapped in those fibers and stuff. Now this one's tied a little bit different. But we'll throw this one down. It's juicy. Good day, Joshua. I hope he does. Josh, feel free to ask, or Joshua, feel free to ask any questions at all. We are here to help, and more importantly, we're here to have fun. All right, so I'm going to do the size 14 freshwater 551 mini jig. This is the Arex hook. And I'm going to do a size 3 millimeter tungsten slotted bead on.
Ooh, you're going to put a bead on.
Yes, ma'am. Bead's coming
Nice.
Trying to trim that yarn. Yeah, it's super simple. And just when it gets wet, look at Katie will pull up these pictures again. Especially this peach one, when it gets wet, it just looks phenomenal. Yeah, look at this one. It's coming up here. Definitely need to get some. It looks so much better than yarn. See that one on the left? I mean, that just, I'll see if I can find that color. If I can remember what color it is. Yeah, it's this one right here. So this color is on the bottom. So this is peach. Hot dog. Peach. So I'm going to switch colors. We're going to go to this is fluorescent orange. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to put a little bit of wire on here just to give this a little more weight. Because that's one thing that I'm always like, dude, I like eggs, but I've got to put split shot or something on. I've got to weight them a little bit more.
I mean, you know what we're doing, right? We are literally tying eggs great again.
That's right.
For sure.
Absolutely. I had to like two. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to try to do a two-tone one with the peach and another color here. We'll see. So I just started the thread right behind where I started the lead. I'm going to kind of build a little bit of a ramp here. I'm not going to go really much farther down. See, it's just working its way up. There we go. And now we've got that locked in somewhat. We'll get rid of that one piece of lead that did not like that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I've got my end here. Pull that until, see, I expose those threads. For the fun of it, we'll go back to the front. Pull this back. It's right there. And now we're ready. People hate on eggs. They are very... What's up, Sweary Angler? We haven't seen you in a long time. Great shape dry. They do, for sure. So we're going to do the exact same thing I just did. The only difference is I've got a little lead and a little and a bead on here. And of course, it's a jig hook. If you don't have this exact hook, that's fine. Don't overthink it. Because we tied at the show without this hook and got along just fine, right, Jeff? Okay, so that one's pretty well done. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap there. Any of these techniques I'm doing here, if you got a question, ask, because I'm just kind of going quick.
That would be peach. That is the peach, Nan.
Yeah, this is the peach. I'm just trying to pull where I cut that. There's a little bit of the right here, a little bit of the material that was on the other side of the thread. So I'm just trying to pull that material off. So all I've got is the core. And I can tie that down a little bit cleaner because I believe it was Steve that said he liked the two-tone looks a little bit better. So now we've got a rear tone. And let's go with, just for the fun of it. And this is just where you all, right, Uranus style eggs are one of the top producers all the way down to micro 18. See, Blazing Outdoors, he fishes close. We need to get together, Blazing the Outdoors, and whenever we're in Gatlinburg and go up and fish in the park. Of course, we haven't been there in a few. We haven't fished in the Smokies in a month or so, I don't think. Or it's been over a month.
It's been a piece.
It's been a piece. All right, so now we'll throw it. This is 4 down fluorescent hot red. I thought it would go good with that fluorescent orange bead. So pull this around. You know what I forgot? I don't want to do that. On the front color, I like going with the 15 millimeter. And I think it'd be fun to show off the 15 millimeter. And I'll use let's go with the white. So I've got it out here. This is actually not white. This is.
Hey, Ken, thanks for watching.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks for stopping in.
Good luck with work. Sorry, you got to go to work. Water's very low in the park. It is. Is it low in the park?
Misha is asleep tonight on the couch. Yes, because I raked out in the yard all morning and like threw the ball for her, wore out, and then I took her on a long walk. So she is a beauty.
Cut these off. All right. So Katie, do you want to do the numbers or how do you want to do that? So because this is just kind of a veil, I want to do just one, maybe two wraps, and that's it.
She is huge. She is. Actually, when we picked her up from being out west, she went to sit in her chair in the living room, and it was a little tight.
She forgot to figure out how to get her tail to.
Yeah, it's a little. The
Her
chair
tail
was
weighs about 10 pounds.
such tight. She was like, "What in the world happened to my tail? I can't get this thing wrapped around."
All right. So for the most part, what y'all seeing right now is the looks like Goldilocks.
That's so
Material
true.
super
She was
cool.
like,
Oh,
but you know what? She made herself fit. It looked awkward, but she made herself fit.
she kept sitting on her tail for just a little bit, and then she couldn't figure out how to move it out of the way. And finally, she did. All right, so we'll kind of brush this out a little bit, make sure there's no. And I say normally I would probably use a slight bit more contrasting colors. This does have that nice bright bead on there, so that's kind of cool. But just for the heck of it, we'll do this and see if you can see it. And we'll just drop this one in. We'll fish it out later. We don't know how well it'll. All right, so there's the bottom with the other one. So you see how that dropped right there? Put my lid on so I don't mess it up. Can you see it there? Yeah, kind of. Oh, yep, there's the
Little bubbles coming off of it.
bubbles coming off. It's kind of cool.
That's
Sure, some
definitely
focus.
attractive.
Yeah, so you can see now I'd probably do the first color a little bit darker so it would kind of go through that veil a little bit. But it's pretty cool. And you see with all that weight, it's going to go down to the bottom, and like Blazing Outdoors was saying, makes a good dropper fly for your for Euro stuff. All right. That's
Pretty cool.
there. What's up, Truman? I haven't seen you for a piece either. But you know, if you've got one of these, and this is the Arex Freshwater 541. This is their curved nip hook. Yeah, the curved nip hook. Just any scud hook, grub hook, heavier hook. That's all you need. But I'm going to put a little bit of lead. Now this is go the 020 on this one. Just a little bit. Let's just say we'll put a little bit of weight on here. That way maybe you don't have to use quite as much split shot. Pull that off. Sorry, I probably already seen my fingers. But now we got a little bit of lead. Let's go with this darker stuff. So I'm going to start my thread back here. Probably a little too far back, but it'll be okay. Pull this, we'll hop it to the front. We'll build a couple little dams here. And now we're just trying to cover that up so my material doesn't go down in my lead wraps. And this is just a 12-aught. And so, who asked if you could use 8-aught? Absolutely. You don't have to use a 12-aught and use 8-aught. You could, I think 6-aught for these smaller ones might be a little small, but the 8-aught would be fine. Let's get crazy with the colors.
Ooh, what color are you going to get?
Well, you tell me. Should we go lemon lime or fluorescent nuclear green?
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those colors. They're all very rowish.
Well, we'll go with fluorescent nuclear green. All right. So we're going to tie this a little bit different. And right
Is
now,
it nuclear green or nuclear green?
Yes. I'm making a mess now because I'm not putting this stuff back up. Nuclear. These cards are nice, but once you get a color you like, get the thing so you don't have to go through these. And these are great, but they're you're not going to tie 50 flies with one color. They're definitely a starter pack. But and see how hard I'm trying to get this to come out. That's kind of a good thing, because if it just came out really easily, it was no big deal, then I'd be a little more worried. Nuclear green eggs and ham. Well, if I'd known I was going to use green, I probably wouldn't have picked this color of thread, but I do like the thread for this style to be contrasting just a bit. Okay, so we've got our material tied in. Now I'm going to just make sure that that underside is smooth and all that lead's covered up for no reason other than we'll be able to see the underside. And I want it to look nice. There's one of the drawbacks to using thinner threads. It takes a little more wrapping. So let's see, how are we looking on the hook, honey? Nope. Yep. Okay. So see how that's nice and covered up. And this is, see if I can cover that. See how it's green? We'll take this away. There we go. See how it looks a little bit greener. Trust me, that is super, super green. You don't make any of your own dubbing brushes. What are the top 3 materials you advise? I haven't made a dubbing brush in a long time over on YouTube or on Instagram, but you'll come over and check us out on YouTube. You'll see better, and I don't know how long you're waiting on that answer over on Instagram. So the biggest thing I want to do different on this, as opposed to just wrapping it around, I'm going to bring my thread all the way back here, right to the back. I just cut my thread. I'm going to do a really small loop. So I'm just, if you want to, you can get your bodkin out and you can be all fancy and go like this and try to go like that and pinch it and hold it. That's fine. If you'll just pull back this, you want your loops to be smaller in the back. That's pretty small there. We'll put a couple wraps, one on top of each other. Bring this back. Get out of my way. There we go. Do 2 wraps forward, then bring my thread right back to where it was. Hey, did we say we get back to the hook, please?
It's been on the hook. I was just.
Every time I look up, it's not.
I know he likes to micromanage while he's tying.
Oh goodness. Okay, so now this one I'm going to go over to the side a little bit, and maybe a touch bigger. Couple wraps. Same thing. Pull this back. 2 forward, and then 1 back right where it started. I'm going to put this one on this side, just a little bit bigger. I'm just pinching it. 1 wrap, 2 wraps. Pull this back. And now we're going to start working it a little bit bigger. That one might be a touch big, but kind of get the idea. I will bring it back down. So see, I'm just kind of making balls, making little loops. And they're just slowly getting bigger. I made that one a little bit too big. So my taper or whatever kind of got a little jump too quick, too soon, but with an electric egg. Sucker spawn, yeah, this is Heather, it's correct. Sucker spawn, crystal meth, whatever you want to call it. It was funny when I went to Maine. When was that? Last year, honey?
Yeah.
I went fishing in Maine, and it's not what I want. And the guy I went fishing with, it's like, I want to see your fly box. And I I did everything I possibly think of, and I had way too many flies. And he's like, "Oh, you need to throw sucker spawn." I'm like, what? But I've got these fancy perdigons, and I've got these fancy blah blah nymphs.
And it
I've
took
got
me a minute to understand what he was saying
Lansing.
too.
Yeah, and
I was
and,
like, the what? For the what?
and that's what we. But I was happy to catch some stuff on other flies, not just a sucker spawn fly, but they definitely worked. That one keeps sliding down because it's coming off my lead.
It wasn't too shabby.
It was not shabby at all. All right, let's try that again. 1 wrap, 2 wrap, pull tight, pull this back.
You like to tie right off the cardboard, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like to waste it because I don't have a
you don't.
ton. I don't have a ton of it. This one's simple. It is a little more time consuming than just wrapping it. Okay, he's like, you do not like to waste it at all. So my little loops, I start off really small. I got bigger, and then I got smaller again. I didn't get quite as small as when I started. That should be fine. Look at that. So now we'll bring this back, bring it forward. Now we'll finish this, and this one will be done. Like in that hot spot on the bottom. Yeah, see how you can see that right there?
It's like
It's like a little.
it's like a perfect tribble.
What did you call it the other day, honey?
Tribble.
You called it a hedgehog.
Oh, a hedgehog. But I also called it a tribble.
A triple?
Tribble.
Tribble?
Yeah, from classic Star Trek
Ooh,
Tribble episode.
Okay. Nice. Yep. So that little hot spot on the bottom kind of goes around. I mean, we can really brush it out however you want. But as you can see, that's just another technique. See how it's kind of more bubbly and more like kind of messy. This is more like a cluster of an egg cluster, and a lot of them are kind of like egg cluster. Star Trek. Too much work. Yeah, John, that's right. So we started off with a couple easy eggs. Then we went to this one that's easy but time consuming. And here's what's going to be fun. And I got to make sure Gary's still on here because I hope he is. So we're going to tie. Got plenty of time. We might even tie another egg in a minute, but we're going to tie this guy right here. Okay, so here's this is not an egg at all, but this is pretty bad to the bone.
It's a big, gooey.
So I don't know what it's
Ooey gooey,
called.
delicious.
But I literally just kind of made it up. I took my idea that I was like, well, I could do like a little furled thing on the back and make a little tail. And I was like, oh, that's cute. That's neat. That might work. And we supersized it and took a bunch of stuff and put it together and made this little guy with see how the tail's.
Yeah, I was
fluffy.
like, less mop fly, more.
Yep.
More Eggstatic.
So this is going to be a Hellgrammite pattern. Dobson fly, correct. So we're going to go with a size 6 Ahrex Freshwater 551 and a 4mm black tungsten bead. So that's kind of what this is. The way this sits, the tail end of it sticks up. So it's going to be very similar to that. And by no means am I saying that I was the first one to do this. I just did it without anyone telling me to do it. And I'm pretty pumped. So probably get by with a bigger hook or bigger bead. But to compensate, we're going to go back to our wire. So this is the lead-free 0.5 or 020. Like 10 wraps. So we'll go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8, 9, 10. And that might be 11, but you know, who's counting? Oh, that's right, I am. All right. Yep, Jimmy, that was my goal when I started it. So we're going to do the same thing we've done before. We're tying lead. If you all haven't seen the video that we posted on how I tie in lead. I'm not saying that any other way is wrong at all. Always just a little bit different. That was 12. Oh, well, this one might have a slightly higher sink rate than the first one. Who knows? So as you can see, I'm just trying to delicately build a little ramp here. I definitely should have gone to 8/0 thread for this, but I'm also not too worried about filling in and covering up all the lead. I'm glad Steve keeps us in check on our number of wraps. That way we can properly instruct. Because if I told everyone I did 10 and I actually did 12, then I'd be lying. All right, so we're going to pull out the Eggtastic again. This is the 15 millimeter in. Let's do it a little bit different. We're going to go fluorescent grape juice. The black looked cool, but we're doing fluorescent grape juice. So let's switch over to the.
That sounds wonderful.
So you see how I've got the core there. That so you can see better. See the. You can't really see it. You just have to trust me. There's the two little pieces are right there. Tie that in. Bring it all the way back to the back. Now we're going to do one more material. And this is another thing that comes with this thing. So let's go ahead and give one of these away. Let's switch it over. So this is the extreme string in black. So we'll give one of the.
Switch it over to this right here so you can show.
Sure. If I can find, I thought I had one sitting here. Do you have one of those bags? There's an open bag. So it'll either be 8 or 12 millimeter. And it comes with. Good grief. I can't find anything now. Here is the unopened bag. So I promise you we've got them. It'll be probably the 8 millimeter. And it comes with the veil. It comes with some of this extreme string to be using. It comes with every color of the 8 millimeter the Eggtastic material. You've got rubber legs. You've got all sorts of goodies. You've got beads. The red. This is the 3.8 millimeter, I believe. Red slided tungsten beads. So you've got a little bit of everything. And we can get a lecture with the yarn. It looked like yarn with built-in. It absolutely is.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, Bill.
That's cool.
You're as good as anyone. Okay, so those of you that are around a year or less tying, who all was it, Annie? Did you write them down?
Did I write it down?
Oh, I thought you were writing the names down.
I'm just kidding. Yes, it's Mike Nay, John Riston, Ken B, Bill Adams. And did you say Josh Shriver? Joshua Shriver?
Yeah, he's brand new on here. Is Joshua still on here? So those 4 or 5 people, Ken B is getting the Australian shipment. But the 4 or 5 people, Katie's going to write a number down right now on a Post-it note. So tell us when you're done, Katie.
Like a number between 1 and 50?
What do you think?
Yeah.
1 and 50. Okay. So she's going to write a number down between 1 and 50.
Okay. So 79.
So, and if your name wasn't just read, if you've been tying for roughly a year or less, we'll say a couple of years, but if you're a relatively new tyer, obviously you don't have this material. In the comments, put a number between 1 and 50, and whoever gets closest will get the we'll mail this out. Next week we're going to give 3 of these away. Okay, here's this number. I will stick it right here so you can see well, you can't see the tip of it. There it is. Oh my gosh. Did you say that? Okay. Yes. So Mike's got 37. Josh has 28. Comment on the video. Hold it up to your forehead. I would, but I'd do it the backwards way. And I'd show everyone how to do this.
So we need to give. Okay. So we got Bill's.
There. Does that work?
Yes, the great Karnak. Karnak the Magnificent.
Oh, honey. Okay, so Mike, Josh, Bill, there was someone else that he might have hopped off, but anyone else, honey? Wait on anyone else?
I think we
We
got
good?
Mike, Josh, and Bill.
Okay. So I don't know if can we switch over to the hook maybe?
We can do that.
So I don't know if Mike and Katie were chatting beforehand, but there's the number she wrote down. So congratulations, Mike. You were by far the closest because you got it perfect. I don't see how you
Can you
guessed
believe that? Like,
37.
I mean, that was pretty. He and I were on the same page, weren't we?
Yes. So and we
For
might do another one of those
sure.
later this time or next week, but you can never tell how we're going to give stuff away. So Mike Nay, was that right?
Yeah.
Just send us email us your address and we'll get it mailed out to you. Okay.
That's Karnak.
So send us pictures of any eggs you want to. We would love it if you said Semperfli, or if you tag Semperfli and stuff. And there's Joshua.
So so Mike is getting some Eggstatic.
Mike is getting the Eggstatic.
So we need Mike
Nay's
to tell us how to get him some
get him,
Eggstatic.
and then Ken's getting the
And Ken's getting
the dungeon.
But hey, listen, you guys want some Eggstatic? I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Johnny Carson, making me laugh. If you guys want some Eggstatic of your own, you can get hooked up with Gary Barnes and get some Eggstatic. And check out the Semperfli blog that I have pinned at the top of the chat if you want to read a little bit more. And I think there's some patterns too on that blog, maybe like 4 or 5 different.
Shoot, girl, after we get done, they don't need no patterns.
Yeah.
She's like, so we've got 3 more packs to give away. Comment on the video, on the YouTube video after it's posted. Send us pictures, tag us in the photograph on Instagram, and bring friends over to watch us.
And thanks for watching, Heather.
And Heather, it's definitely good to see you.
Yeah, she's got to take off.
Fast order so we can have a great night. See ya, Heather. Like, what do you, demuthflyfishing@gmail.com. Katie can post it up here. Okay. So in that package, you will get extreme string in black, just like this right here. So I did cut off a bit. And now we don't need those stinking patterns. And especially not with this one. You don't.
Hey, that is super cool. I'm sure that is the truth.
All right. So I'll bring this down. I'm going to work down the hook just a pinch.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
We don't need no education.
Oh, honey. All right. So let's switch it to the side view here. So here's going to be our trick. So I'm going to try to just take this and just spin this around. So this is how I did the other one. I'm just going to keep twisting until really I can't twist anymore. Twisting this, hold it, twist this more, twist this more. Get it really tight. So you kind of see what I'm doing. See how it's kind of untwisting a little bit? That's okay. I'm going to get my brush. I'm going to try to brush this out a little bit. See how it's poofing back up? We like it poofy. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to take this. I'm going to bring it together as it twists around like that. So can you see on the, can you switch over to the other one, the side one again? That was perfect on the vise. So can you see right here, this piece right here that's just kind of flopping around? That's their little tail. And that's what we want. So now, I'll bring my thread back a piece. I'm going to capture that off. Two. Get a good wrap in there. Another reason I want to do this purple is because that black and purple would blend in quite as much. Okay. So can you all see that on the side, or is yours still going, honey? Because over here it froze out. I will do the same thing. I'm going to brush this. I'll twist it a little bit. Brush this out. And this is just called having fun with it and kind of just getting creative. But the Hellgrammites, or the Dobson flies that we've been chatting about, they are all over the place, and they are some mean looking bugs that Katie's looking forward to meeting one of these days. Just going to cut this one off. Bring this back. Now we'll chop this off and see what we've got. Because I'm going to put a little... Katie, we switch back to the thing. Thank you, Bill. Let's get this. So I just chopped that off. This color is more purple. That's coming through it on my TV anyway, what I'm seeing. So I'm going to just kind of brush that out. I'm going to put a wrap or two of the black in the front. I might have put too much material on, but we'll see. So all I'm going with is just black. So same stuff, 15 millimeter. Capture it. Cut the threads off. No. It wouldn't be a fun night unless that happened. Huge pinchers. Yeah, huge pinchers and a ton of legs. I mean, I don't really care to grab them. It's been a long time since I've grabbed one, though. Might have been in high school, using a seine out in the river and catching them.
Grabbed a what?
A seine.
What's that?
Big screen that you catch bugs with in the river.
Oh. Why would you want to do that?
To catch bugs in the river. Guess what boys do, honey, back in, it's when you're trying to get bait and you couldn't, like...
I thought you were going to say that's when you're trying to get babes. I was like, well, that's not going to work.
Honey, it worked with you. I picked you up.
Are you stripping that yarn down to the core to tie it in?
Yep, I sure am. Stripping it down to the core.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, but that just keeps your tie-in point just a little bit more clean. And then also when I trim, shoot, don't do that, Mr. DeMuth. And for those of you all that are new tires that didn't win, don't be afraid to send us your pictures. Just take it. Doesn't have to be a good picture. It doesn't have to be like an awesome, like super high quality picture. Just make an attempt. It makes us feel really good when we get everyone that sends us pictures or tags us or whatever in their post. We're like, hey, someone actually tried to make the fly work. All right, so we could have put legs on it, rubber legs. I feel like you're kind of a little more of an overkill then. But so
Gary said, way to bang that one out.
Let's go to the side here so you can see it.
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
Bill told me to
Yes,
put it back to the
ma'am.
front.
So
I don't know if I should listen to you or Bill. Because now I have two directors.
So let's do this. This will be fun
I mean, you guys might need to have a talk about who's in charge on the set.
Oh, goodness gracious. None of the rocks are bigger than your trim. Okay, so I'm going to drop this in here. That will probably take it a second to get down because it couldn't see it bubbling away.
See, this is pure, just you like to play with bugs in the water and just having a good time, you know?
I don't think so. Pull up to the vise again.
Okay.
Please, I can't even get it on there. So that's kind of what that purple's going to look like.
Ooh, look at it swishing around. Ooh, it does look like spindly legs.
Can't exactly get you to see it too well, but that thing and the way it moves and that it's not hooked on anything where I'd jerk over the line. But that's pretty darn cool. That's gonna Katie, yeah, absolutely. What, just licking your slice? I don't think it needs. No, I don't think it does. Not for that. I think the legs will make it look good for Instagram, but I don't think that's really necessary on this one. And what's really neat as well is I can see the flash that's built in. When the light hits it just perfect, you might be able to see that little purple hue. There's a lot of like purple going up and down. It looks like UV, and that just looks super cool. I don't see any of the UV popping right here with a light on it, but it looks super cool. It's giving it that additional flash, and I'll bet that will work really, really well. So a pack of 8mm pack from J Stock. Good.
Go ahead.
The last 8mm.
Nabbed it.
Yeah. And if that's cool. Awesome. So Mike, you're getting the thing. If you would, yep. I would say if you have any problems, you can let us know on Instagram, send us know on Instagram, or just put a note on the YouTube video. But all right, you can switch back to whatever you would like to now, honey.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I need to quit being Katie is the director for sure. So tonight we have given away the Smitty's Fly Box
Dungeons.
mini dungeons. We've given away a pack of and Mike, if you have a preference, I think all we have is the 8mm, but if you prefer the 15mm, let us know. You'll get one of these packs. Next week, we're going to give away 3 of these packs that have got either the 8mm or the 15mm, the cards in them, everything, all the colors.
Unopened ones.
Unopened, yes. You'll get some of the extreme strings, some beads, some legs, all sorts of stuff for you to get creative. And what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I don't think I can think of anything else.
Can't think of anything else? Well,
no, not really.
Jimmy, thank you very much for sharing our post on your story to invite all your buddies to come. We appreciate it. We'd appreciate if you commented on the YouTube video after it's posted, tagged us in your pictures on Instagram. And if you can't tag us in the picture on Instagram, email it to us. Our email is demuthflyfishing@gmail.com. See you, Mr. Collins. When is the pony giveaway? No pony today.
The pony giveaway, not today.
The pony
It's
giveaway.
coming up.
Like the pony? 4-legged pony? Or is there something I don't know about?
No, it's just like
Is this another?
I want a pony,
Oh. I'm slow sometimes.
No ponies, just tribbles.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. If there's something a technique or something you all would like to see, especially you new guys, let me know. We can always come up with something. But all right. Thanks, Randy.
I like Pickles for a pony name.
You like pickles?
I do.
Why not? I've got a funny story about pickles, but I'll switch it over to Katie and let her take us out. Guys, really, I appreciate you all being here tonight. It's been really fun hanging out with everyone. I definitely just today kind of figured this little bug out. I think it's going to be pretty fishy if I do say so myself. and number 2 version of it here with the purple and black. It's going to be pretty darn cool.
And you can make your own aquarium with a jar and some water.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a better way, like maybe a miniature aquarium, do something like this so we could show the flies a little bit better. And I don't
That
mean
actually
one of
was
those like
my
swim
aquarium,
tanks.
and you stole it. from
This
me.
was your aquarium?
Yes.
Well, you filled it with water and put it on my desk.
Well, I know, but I mean, I was letting you borrow it.
Well, I didn't steal it, then I'm borrowing it. Although it's tied onto this piece of
I know you have a string tied to it so
string,
that
it's
it's theft resistant.
Yeah. All right, Brian Foley, thank you so much. Barry, appreciate it. Oh, Brian, right back to you. So guys, thanks a lot, Steve. Katie, take us out, please, ma'am.
Everybody have a great weekend. Hopefully you get some fishing in. Hopefully you will enjoy your October days and be safe. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.